Hi, I'm Sean Carlock. Welcome to Send It 17. Today in our 10-part rifle series, we're going to talk about muzzle brakes. Now when we start talking about muzzle brakes, there's two different styles of muzzle brakes basically, and we'll have radial ported brakes that have holes all the way around them, 360 degrees, and you have a baffle style brake where you have slots or flat baffle area ports inside the brake. Now the 360 degree radial brakes will reduce recoil, no doubt about it. They are not as efficient as a good baffle brake though, and they do have the detraction of when you shoot prone, they blow stuff all over, dirt, rocks, everything from the ground, from the porting that's on bottom dead center, and the porting on top dead center tends to direct a bunch of the backblast straight to the shooter's face. So those are pretty low on the list of brakes we like to use. Some people like them because you can turn them down to the exact profile and size of the barrel, and it's more about looks than it is recoil reduction. If you're serious about recoil reduction, get a flat gill style, baffle styled brake. Whether we make it or somebody else makes it, that type of brake will definitely be more efficient to reduce recoil out of your heavy long-range rifle. Now, on the subject of a flat baffle style brake, and I'll try and get a close-up here for you. When you look at the flat baffle style brake, you can see clearly that as the bullet comes out of the hole in the brake and into the baffles, and the gas tries to escape around it, that it has these flat baffle areas that the gas can push directly against and then redirect and vent out of the brake. Now, the angle of the vents can be an issue that you may want to consider. This is a muzzle brake adapter for a suppressor, but when you look at the vents in it, you'll see that not only are they cupped, but they're swept back toward the shooter a little bit. Now this helps to redirect the gas backwards, pulling the gun a little bit forward. And while this does work and help make the brake a little more efficient, there is a downside to it in that everybody beside you gets nailed by the blast. Big guns, 50s, 408 Shitaks that have brakes that are raked backwards like that in the baffle area, brutal to be around. Not too bad if you're the shooter, but brutal to be around. Even to the point that, like on a big 50, if it's swept back like that and you're laying prone and you tend to lay at an angle to the gun like this, it feels like somebody took a Hot Wheel track and smacked you right across the legs with it every time you pull the trigger. Not a lot of fun to be around, so we tend to shy away from those as well. Our most efficient big gun brake is our slab brake, and we have multiple ports. They're all flat. They all discharge from the side. We tend to make the top flat a little narrower than the bottom, and that creates a wider bottom, narrower top, and gives you some down pressure to keep the gun level. So you don't have to have porting on top dead center to keep your gun level. Some things just aren't necessary. Now, the more exhaust area you have and the more flat baffle area you have for the gas to work against, the more efficient the brake will be up to a point. We take a big monster brake like this and you put it on a 338, it's just only going to be so effective. In that world, you might as well cut the two front ports of this brake completely off. It has done what it's going to do and vented all it's going to vent in this first port. So there is a point of diminishing returns. So let's be smart about our brake choices. Get one from a reputable manufacturer, and if possible, if you know somebody that has it, go shoot their gun and see if you like it first. We're going to go ahead and install one of our mini slab brakes, which is the smaller version of this on this build. 1407, 1408. See, our heading here is gonna be shooting like right at 50 degrees. So let's enable Coriolis and Spindrift. Need to be 50 degrees. We are 1408. Temperature, let's see, pressure 2703. It's within a hundredth of what it was a little while ago. And temperature is 44 degrees. Okay, what do you think about wind? Coming up the canyon here like 7, 8 o'clock maybe?
I think so.
Yeah, because we aren't shooting past that corner, so it's just one single wind. 7, 8 o'clock, 5 miles an hour worth. We got 2 or 3 gusts of maybe 4. I think we ought to shoot it for the low side, and then you can call the windage on the fly.
Good.
Okay.
Spotter's up.
I'm on it.
Sean, just hold tight here for a second. Looks like you're going to want to hold about 8 inches in from the left edge.
Right on that white spot?
Right on that white spot.
I'm on it.
Send it. Perfect.
Good call, buddy.